This video is for you if you're thinking to yourself, I'm doing the right things. Why am I not better yet? Why have I not healed? Why am I not feeling as good as I want to feel? This does come up because we all have different things inside of us that are going to determine how long our healing process takes. So what it is for me is not going to be the same for you, is not going to be the same for the next person. So we all have different amounts of pathogens. So you can have more than one pathogen. Pretty much everyone does have multiple viruses, bad bacteria, and within that you can have different strains. So one person might be dealing with 15 total different strains of herpetic virus and 10 strains of strep bacteria, while another person might have much less, and another person could have even more. And then there's toxic heavy metals in the body. And same thing, some people are going to have a lower load than others. So we're all different. And there's more factors than that, but those are the big ones that are going to determine if all other things are the same. If everyone's doing like exactly the right things with the food protocols and the supplement protocols, those things are going to be the determining factor in how long it takes someone to fully heal. But there are other factors. Are you trying to implement this information on your own? That's great. It can be done for sure. It's usually going to take you longer, and there's a higher risk that you're not going to get some of the details right. So you have to ask yourself, are you doing the right things? Are your details correct? Because when it comes to healing chronic health issues, the details matter. They can make or break someone's healing, literally. And that's not to scare anyone or deride anything. It's to hopefully encourage you to like go back and make sure you're doing everything that you can. Make sure you're doing it in the right way. Like, are you drinking, is your lemon water with hot water? That's not what we want. We want our lemon water in the morning to be with room temp or cool water, because the hot water denatures some of the compounds in the lemon that help the cleansing process. Seems like so insignificant. And fresh lemon in hot water still has health benefits. It's not unhealthy, but it's not going to give you the same benefit as someone who's drinking it with room temp water or cold water. You see what I mean? It seems like such a minor detail, but it can make a huge difference. So you're spending all this time and effort and energy into doing these protocols. Let's make sure that you're doing them correctly. That's what one-on-one coaching is for, is so while we're working together, I can make sure you're really dialed in on these protocols and you're doing them in the right way. And it's like that for, there's lots of areas where you really need to pay attention to the details. You need to go back and reread over and over again, because there are so many details that it's hard to catch them all with, just going through everything once. You need to go back and you need to become a student of this to really get everything on the right track if you're doing this on your own. The other factor is once you are doing everything correctly, or mostly correct, we'll say, you need to keep at it, right? I think of it in sports terms. Like if you want to be a professional basketball player, you're going to have to practice, right? You're gonna want some coaching. You're gonna have to practice, and it's not like, it's not like a 15-year-old can go out there and he can practice every day for 3 months and be like, "Where's my contract?" It's some people are going to naturally have a quicker time or easier time and maybe not have to practice as long or as hard as others. That's certainly true. But the more you practice, the more you keep doing these protocols, the better everything's going to get. And then, yes, you can get to a place where you don't really have to practice nearly as hard, and you can coast, right? You did the hard work in the beginning, and then you can coast with where you're at for a while. That's a great place to be. That's where we all want to be. So a few factors to consider there, because it's easy to give up. It's easy to go try something else. It's easy to say, this didn't get me as far as I want. But we're all humans. We all have the same anatomy and physiology. All of our bodies work in the same way. They all respond to these protocols. Some of us just have to do more than others to get the results that we want. And some of us have a higher bar of what our goal is, right? Others have a lower bar, and it doesn't matter where you're at. But if you're not happy with where you're at, you have to keep going. You have to make sure you're doing everything correctly. You have to keep practicing these protocols and see if you can practice, see if there's some more advanced protocols that you can add in to take your healing to a deeper level even more quickly. So couple of thoughts on that. Hang in there. These protocols will work. They will heal the human body